Welcome to the Undisputed Podcast. I'm your host, Joy Taylor. On today's show, does LeBron James still have a chance to win the MVP award? Plus, Ice Cube and Clyde Drexler are on set to discuss all the changes coming to Big Three. And could we get a vintage performance from Tiger at the Masters this weekend? Skip, Shannon, let's get to it. James Harden remains an overwhelming favorite to win his first MVP award, with LeBron James a distant second, according to Bovada. Harden leads the league in scoring at over 30 a game and is third in assists, leading Houston to the best record in the league. But LeBron has set a career high by going on 17 dates with Miss Triple Dub this season. Shannon, how much has LeBron closed the gap?
It should be neck and neck. Right now, it should be a dead heat.
A dead heat?
They should be neck and neck, Skip.
Well, pick one. Pick somebody.
Well, it better
we don't need any dead heat.
It better be LeBron. Considering what he's done, this is what, okay, let's look at it from, and the term that you like to use, that you've used, hammered in my head, almost as much as PER and QBR, is degree of difficulty.
Yeah.
D-O-D, degree of difficulty.
Yeah.
You look at LeBron James' degree of difficulty.
Yep. He
loses a 4 or 5-time All-Star, an All-NBA point guard. What does he get back in return? An injured point guard and a number 1 draft pick who's going to be DeAndre Ayton, but that's down the road. But that pick didn't turn out. LeBron James is averaging a career high in rebounds, a career high in assists.
Yep.
And since the All-Star break, I'm gonna take it long now. That was the middle of the month.
All right.
Going back since February 1st, LeBron James, 29, 10, and 10.
Yep.
That's a lot of missed triple dubs. I know what everybody's saying. And see, we like narrative, Skip. And see, it's not just good enough to do something. We need storylines. And last year, the storyline was, KD left Russ at the altar. Poor Russ. What's he going to do now, Joy? He averages a triple-double. They give him the MVP, and maybe deservedly so. But they finished what? 47 wins. I think they were the 5th seed.
Is LeBron going to average a triple-double this year?
Well,
I'm just asking.
Joy,
I don't think.
Did I ask you? I didn't ask him to chime in. Did I open the door?
I don't think he discovered the triple-double until too late, or maybe he would have had a shot
You
at
let me talk?
Yep.
Can I talk now?
Just
You can let
trying
me
to explain.
No, I don't want you to explain anything. And James Harden, they added a Hall of Fame player in Chris Paul. They added quality guy in P.J. Tucker. At the buyout, they got Joe Johnson. So you would think they should have a better record than what they had last year. If you add a Hall of Fame player, a multiple-time All-Star, a multiple-time first-team All-Pro, both offensively and defensively, they should have a better record. But James Harden is down in assists and rebounds from where he was last year. So if you're going to just, I think they feel, people are feeling sorry, kind of like you. Well, he finished second to Steph 1 year, and the players voted James Harden their MVP. He finished second. It's almost like this Susan Lucci. You just get tired of the guy finishing second, so you just go ahead and give it to him. But no, LeBron James said, I deserve this award, and he's trumpeted it. And so now it's my turn to pick up the baton and run with it. LeBron James should be the MVP, considering even when they had Kyrie, Skip, even if they go 4-1 over these last 5 games, they will have the exact same record they had last year with Kyrie. Given the fact that Kevin Love has missed 6 weeks due to injury, Tristan Thompson's missed about 2 months because of injury. J.R. Smith, last couple of games he's played okay, but J.R. has not lived up to the money that we're paying him. So I need him to play like he's played these last couple of games moving forward. So in my estimations, LeBron James should be the MVP.
Interesting. Joy, can I just explain what has happened to my man sitting across the table here?
What happened?
Shannon Sharpe.
I got glasses.
About a week ago, LeBron publicly stated, I would vote for myself for MVP. So Shannon and all the blind witnesses out there started saying, I will vote for LeBron. I will vote for LeBron. LeBron told me to vote for
zombies
LeBron.
are back.
No, they're all back. They're back. And you're the leader of the LeBron zombies. You're making a delusionally futile case that he should actually be the MVP when you know and I know 2 things are way over. LeBron will never pass Michael Jeffrey Jordan in the big picture, and he will not pass James Harden for this year's MVP in the smaller picture. It is over, and it's been over for about a month.
He should be in the front of both of them already.
Oh, yeah, he should, says Shannon Sharpe.
Yeah.
He had a great month, but you can't win
2
the
months.
MVP. Just 1 month, really, just March. I'll give him March, but I won't give him anything else. But let's look at degree of difficulty, D-O-D, as in your argument is Dodd in the water, as in dead in the water. Yeah, it is. So, the West is by far the best. I think we would agree with that, right? Yeah. So James Harden has merely led a team in the West to a 62-15 record. That is extraordinary. And he was missing his partner in crime, his new sidekick and backup, Chris Paul III, for 23 games. That's a quarter of the season. 23 games. So is that not degree of difficulty in the West to go 62-15? Meanwhile, in the East, which we say is by far the least of the two conferences.
That's what you say.
That's what everybody says. LeBron James has managed to lead his team to a 47-30 record. 47-30. That's not that great because that means you have twice as many losses as James Harden's team, 15-30. That means you trail James Harden's team by 15 games in the overall NBA standings. And you're trying to tell me that the best player on that team should be the MVP over the best player on the other team?
Yeah.
That's just foolishness. That's just wrong. That's just a pathetic argument. You know it, and I know it. So let's go back to what happened from Christmas Day for the next 19 games. That was a big chunk. That's another quarter of the season, 19 games. There was Dwayne Wade, and for a while, LeBron was making the case that Dwayne Wade was the sixth man of the year. Remember that case that he was making? And over that stretch, LeBron James had a plus-minus of -147. That's 19 games. That was the worst in the whole NBA out of 518 players. Think about that. Your man that you are now pushing for MVP of this league went 19 straight games, big chunk of the season, and had the worst plus-minus in the whole league, and you're saying he wasn't disqualified merely by that 19-game stretch?
No.
Did that count? Was that part of the year?
No.
No? Oh, it didn't count. I'm sorry. I didn't get it.
It
Okay.
counted.
Yeah.
But hold on, Skip. You make it seem like he's had Kevin Love the entire season.
No.
You make it seem like he's had Tristan Thompson.
Well, you make it seem like CP3 was there for the whole year, and he hasn't been there for the whole year.
He's missed 22 games.
23.
Oh,
That's a lot of games.
how many
That's a magic number.
How many games?
That's Michael Jordan's number.
How many has Kyrie missed for the Cavs? 77.
How many has he missed for the Celtics?
That's not my problem.
Yeah.
That's not my problem. I'm trying to make this argument where he's missed these games for the Cavaliers.
So then what happened at the trade deadline? And a shock to me and a pleasant shock to you.
Yes.
It went boom, 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 boom. Wait a second. They got Rodney Hood. I'm so Hood. They got Jordan Clarkson. They got Larry Nance Jr.
Yes.
Wait a second. They got George Hill on top of those. They got 4 new players who are all really good players.
Can you tell the people at home that didn't know, where's George Hill right now?
He's hurt.
Oh.
Well, he's got a bad ankle. He'll be back. He'll be just fine. They're going to be at full strength, right?
When?
Now, soon, by next week. They'll be at full strength by next week.
We have yet to be at full strength because Tristan's been hurt. Yeah. Kevin Love's been hurt.
Are they
George
back?
Hill is hurt.
Yes.
Rodney Hood has been hurt.
Is he back? Yes.
Oh, CP3's not coming back?
Well, I don't know. He didn't play against the Spurs the other day. I think he's gotten
Okay, what about PJ
problems.
Tucker? Where's PJ Tucker been?
He's been a good player.
Is he not a lockdown defender?
Yeah. What did he do for Toronto last year? Did he put them over the top against
Whoa.
I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, hold on. Now, see, if you're trying to look at what he did against LeBron, that's unfair.
Oh, well.
Nobody can lock LeBron down. You
So,
know that.
Speaking of LeBron, once he got help, this man across from me the next day threw a parade on this show. He was so happy. He was so happy on the show. He was so happy off the show, seeing his man, his partner in crime, Chris Broussard, another LeBron-ite, who was just, they were just like doing a dance together, right? Like kid and play. You're doing the kid and play dance because it was over. You got this. Yeah, am I right? And then what? Yeah, there you go. I like that. He can dance.
I was doing that, Skip.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Then I saw him out in L.A.
Did you?
Yeah.
You see everybody in L.A. You are Mr. Hollywood.
Saw Boogie Cousins. Yeah. When did we? Hold on.
Okay.
Which one of our Boogie Cousins? Did we get a Boogie Cousin at the trade deadline? Like Pelicans got last year?
No, you got 4 really good basketball players. Okay. That's what you got.
Okay.
And all of a sudden, what happened when you went up to Kyrie's place? What happened?
Yeah.
Right there. Boom happened, right?
Yeah.
And then you went down to Russell Westbrook's place and boom happened. And you were throwing the parade. Yeah. Am I right? Does LeBron have help or not? Yes, he does.
Yeah.
Am I right? So his degree of difficulty fell dramatically, especially in the Eastern Conference. So I don't think you can make degree of difficulty anymore.
Now his degree of difficulty isn't what it was before they made the trade.
Okay.
So instead of getting a perfect 10, now he's a 9.95.
Okay. He still doesn't have enough help, Joy. That's the problem.
I thought we shut the excuse machine down at the trade deadline.
I thought so. But LeBron made it yesterday. Remember after the game, whatever it was, 2 days ago, what was his quote? We could be pretty good.
Then why isn't Russell getting more consideration?
I don't know. You know what? That's a good question.
Yeah.
That's a good question. But clearly he got disqualified because he got George Paul and he got Carmelo Anthony.
The man's name is Paul George. Stop trying to slip that in there.
Most nights he's George Paul. Most nights he is. But it's okay because he's a good sidekick. He's a little better Oladipo, which is why I give them a shot in the West. But now let's get back to my favorite stat, the most telling stat in all of basketball. Player efficiency rating, PER.
Yes.
Well, James is more than a point ahead of LeBron, and if you know PER, a whole point better, that's a dramatic gap. How do you explain that?
All them free throws he shoot. Okay, how about, can you ask you a question?
Interesting.
If you don't mind me asking, can you tell the people at home, because I know they don't have the same shot chart that you and I have, who's shooting better from the three-point line, James Harden or LeBron James?
By 0.1%, it's LeBron James. By
Okay.
1/10.
If I got
but who shoots more? Those guys jack at a record rate. Am I right?
If I got $1 and you got 99 cents, who has more money, me or you?
Well, should that make him the MVP?
I'm just asking you a question.
For him, that's career.
What you mean
Right?
career? Oh, we shoot that all the time.
yeah,
We've
you
been
shoot that all
40
the
before, so that ain't no career for us.
But-
we shooting 10 points higher from the field than James Harden.
Yeah. Somebody sitting across me, Joy, bet me before the year started, or at least early in this year, that his man LeBron James would shoot 80+% from the free throw line. Can you tell the people at home, Shannon, what your man LeBron James is currently shooting from the free throw line? 73.3. 73.3. You can't round up from 0.3. That doesn't get to 0.5, so you can round up.
I got a feeling that these next 5 games, he'll probably be somewhere like 27 or 32 and get it up to 74%.
You realize you lost a case of due on that one. It's over. Are you going to officially declare it over?
Nah, because he could easily go, what if he went like 50 for 50? Wouldn't that raise it to like 80%?
Yeah, he's going to have to go 50 for 50 every game.
No.
Yeah. What do they got left? 5 or 6?
Well, he don't get the foul calls that James Harden get.
That's interesting. Because James Harden, speaking of free throw shooting, is 86% from the free throw line. Is that good, Shannon? That's
okay.
Pretty good. So
It ain't 90.
86% to 73.
I've seen better.
So that means that James Harden has made 237 more free throws than LeBron James. That's a lot of points for your team.
But
that helps your team. It goes up.
Don't we have to take some of this credit away because we've seen guys that play in this system? It got Steve Nash to the Hall of Fame. We've seen guys playing Jeremy Lin. Lin Sanity. People actually thought Jeremy Lin should be an all-star and was going to be an all-NBA player in Mike D'Antoni's system, Skip.
He had an all-star stretch. Yeah.
So has Jeremy Lin ever been that since then?
No.
He's been on several teams.
Are you saying James Harden is overrated?
I'm not saying that.
Okay.
I'm saying, if you play in the running shoot and you catch 140 balls, and I play in a conventional style offense where we have a 1,800-yard rusher, and I catch 100 balls, shouldn't I be given more credit than somebody that all they do is throw the ball, Skip?
Yep.
Okay, then. So LeBron James should be MVP. Thank you. No further questions.
LeBron James is his own system. He is the sun in that solar system. He gets to do whatever he wants. If he realizes that triple doubles matter to people outside of Cavs Nation, oh, wait a second. I think I'll start triple dubbing. What's her name?
Mrs.
Triple Dub. Well, he'll start dating her again,
Yeah,
right?
gotta
But
date
it's
her
a
with
little
tonight.
too
I'll
little
get the
too
baby
late. He
dinosaur.
should have focused on this from
No,
game one this
no,
year because
that's
he
not-
easily could have averaged a triple
We
double.
focus on winning. We focus on getting people involved because we never know. You might try to double team us and take the ball out of my hands, and I'm gonna make that kick shot like I did to Kevin Love, or I'm gonna throw that thing to Hood. That's what we're gonna do. Call the wrong. I just want to see, and still, we're going to go into the playoffs without our starting lineup and not really know, and plus, I coach. You know, T. Lue, our head coach, been out for 2 weeks.
Your assistant coach
Head
has been
coach.
out for 2
Skip,
weeks.
stop being
And
disrespectful.
He's back. He's in the locker room. It's okay.
He ain't on the sideline.
Okay, but it's just okay. And Larry Drew is a fine basketball
I
coach.
love Drew.
Yeah.
But T. Lue is the man that, you know, he's our captain.
Yeah. He plays a good number 2 to LeBron.
He's our captain.
It's
Skip.
okay.
Stop being
It's okay.
disrespectful.
Well, I give LeBron credit. I'm giving you like some MVP credit for the fact that you're also the head coach.
He's an NBA title-winning head coach.
Okay.
There's not a whole lot of them currently coaching in the NBA.
Well,
so he has that pedigree.
Thanks to Draymond Green, he does have that pedigree.
No, thanks to LeBron James.
Yeah, right. Or Kyrie Irving.
Don't do that, Skip.
So there is another end of the floor in basketball, unless I'm missing it like the old girls' basketball system in which you only play one end of the court. I don't think they do that. I think they have to do
I
the
know
other.
you're not about to mention defense and James Harden in the same sentence.
I am, because James Harden is playing the best defense of his life. He didn't know what defense was until this year, and I don't know if it's Jeff Bizdelik, their assistant coach in charge of defense, that lit a new fire, or at least made him aware there's this other end that you should actually try on, something that LeBron James is no longer doing, which offends my sensibility because I had so much respect
What's
for
he down
LeBron
to?
as a defender.
He's down now what? To 230 something?
No, go 3. We have to go to the 310th place.
Oh, he coming down.
Yeah.
At one point, Joe, he was like in the 4s, then he was like
You know what?
350,
Well,
340,
the
330, now he's 310.
The last
He'd
3
been
or
doing-
4 games, they've actually played a little defense. They played some fourth quarter
And
defense.
that's what helped James Harden. When you have a P.J. Tucker, when you have a Trevor Ariza, when you have a Clint Capella that guards the rim, you can get some of that. Who you remember? Jay Crowder. We thought we was going to get Jay Crowder that was going to play a little defense. At least he played defense in Cleveland. I mean, in Boston.
You know what?
He comes
He's actually playing some
good.
Utah.
Yeah, you notice.
Because I don't think he loved playing with the King.
And
I don't know.
I don't think the King loved having him there.
Maybe
either.
not. So and by the way, you got rid of him and you got rid of IT, which was your big it problem, right?
Yeah, the guy that we were supposed to be counting on that was going to average 30.
So your
Remember
degree
him?
of difficulty went down because you got rid of 2 guys you didn't want out. And I think LeBron gave up on D. Wade too. I think he just thought he was shot.
No, D. Wade needed a chance to go home. That's where he should be.
Yeah.
His minutes was going to be greatly reduced because Rodney Hood, he's a 2. So you got Rodney Hood, you got Jordan Clarkson, you got JR. There's only so many minutes. And you owe that to D. Wade. Not to have him sit on the bench and play 10 minutes a night. Give him a chance to go home. He should. I wish he would have never left, but that was his decision. But he deserves the right to go home. But that withstanding, LeBron James and his degree of difficulty and setting careers highs in year 15 as far as rebounding and assists. Think about that, Skip Bayless. What player you know, and you've been covering this game for 45 years, what player you know have set career highs in rebounding and assists in year 15?
Nobody. That means absolutely nothing
that
to this argument.
It
So,
should be something.
before I was so rudely interrupted because the subject got changed off the point I was about to make because he did not have a counter to the point, and that's
What?
okay. It was a good try on your part.
What?
I'm going to close this deal with my final defensive point. And again, LeBron James, once upon a time, wasn't just a good defender. He was an all-time great defender. I'm going to give you that. But that counts 0 right now toward who's winning this year's MVP. LeBron James is 310th in defensive win shares. Think about that, 310. James Harden is a career best 44th in defensive.
That's flawed. It's flawed.
It's not flawed.
It is.
It is. He's actually playing some defense. He actually steals the ball. He disrupts.
LeBron James don't have any steals? He steals the ball also.
Who steals it more? James Harden. Thank you. Thanks for making my point. So,
Career high
again,
double-doubles for LeBron.
defense should have something to do with MVP. So one guy's ranked in individual defense 44th and the other guy 310th. And you're telling me the guy 310th is the MVP when he doesn't even have a PER lead on offense over James Harden? Help me out.
29 double-doubles.
I'm lost here.
LeBron James had 48 double-doubles.
I'm just a little lost. I don't really understand the case except that LeBron's had a sensational March. It's March Madness.
triple-doubles
Your
with
argument
17.
is March Madness. That's what it is.
Hold on, what about February?
It's March Madness.
He was player.
He was good in February.
Okay, in March. He about to be player of the month again. Yeah. And player of the week.
Do Do you really believe he's MVP, or are you just trying to win a little more brownie point from LeBron
No.
in case you run into him in Beverly Hills?
No,
He'll take another selfie with you. It's
I'm
okay.
not taking any more selfies.
Why not?
And posting them.
Post?
I'm gonna do a portrait.
Right.
We're gonna take a portrait.
Yeah, you're gonna have a
like Step Brothers.
You're gonna sit for a portrait with
Matching
LeBron
sweaters.
Yeah, we're gonna have a Step Brothers portrait.
I can
Skip,
see
you
that.
know good and well. If you wasn't over there hating, you know
And
LeBron
you know
James.
what's ironic about this whole conversation? I don't even like James Harden, but he's the runaway MVP.
He ain't no
It's
runaway
over. Yes,
nothing.
he is. He's run away from
You make
everybody.
it seem like LeBron has just been doing absolutely
It's
nothing.
kind of neck and neck between Russ and LeBron for second. You know what? I'm going to give you second. I'll give you LeBron a
we ain't
second.
good. We don't want second.
Well, you got second.
No, we don't.
You're going to have to be
Not
happy
yet.
with it.
Until the votes come out,
You're going to
gonna
be
fight to
second in
finish.
the MVP race, and you're going to be second in the NBA Finals because you're going to cakewalk through the Eastern Conference, and you're going to lose the Finals.
No, because you know what, Skip? I see what you're doing here. I see what you're trying to do.
I'm not trying to do
Oh, yeah, you are.
anything.
If they lose, you're like, how could he lose? This was the weakest the Eastern Conference had ever been. If you're the best player on the
Yeah,
planet.
I would say that because it's weak.
Yeah. How could Tom Brady lose the
Yeah,
Super Bowl
wait.
with a backup quarterback?
Watch what LeBron does to the baby dinosaurs tonight. That's at Cleveland. It'll be a wipeout. You know it, and I know it.
Yeah.
No mercy.
Hey guys, Joy Taylor here. Before the show moves along, I wanted to tell you that support for the Undisputed podcast comes from our friends at Rocket Mortgage by Quicken Loans. They understand that home plays a big role in your life and family. That's why they created Rocket Mortgage. Rocket Mortgage gives you the confidence you need when it comes to buying a home or refinancing your existing home loan. It's simple, allowing you to fully understand all the details and be confident you're getting the right mortgage for you. Whether you're looking to buy your first home or your 10th, with Rocket Mortgage, you get a transparent online process that gives you the confidence to make an informed decision. It's convenient. Our trusted partners allow you to share your financial information with Rocket Mortgage at the touch of a button. And in addition to getting a real mortgage approval in minutes, you can even adjust the rate and length of your loan in real time to make sure you're getting the right solution for you. Rocket Mortgage by Quicken Loans. Apply simply, understand fully, mortgage confidently. To get started, go to rocketmortgage.com/undisputed. Equal housing lender, licensed in all 50 states, NMLSconsumeraccess.org, number 3030.
No mercy.
And we're joined now by the founder of the Big Three, Ice Cube, and the new commissioner, Clyde Drexler. Guys, welcome to Undisputed.
Yeah.
Delighted to be
We
here.
got two legends here, two big legends.
Yes.
We got the big one and Phi Slamma Jammas here, right?
So, Cube, there's a lot of big names coming to the league this season. Can you tell us about some of them?
Oh man, we got Nate Robinson, Amari Stoudemire, Baron Davis, Drew Gooden,
Ron Artest.
Ron Artest, Big Baby Davis.
Wow.
So we're excited. We got Greg Oden, Birdman. So we got some great personalities, great ballers coming into the Big Three. So we're excited.
So you have done so much in hip hop and in movies. What does this mean to you, this endeavor? And I said last year when this started, you got the Midas touch. You're going to make this a success and you're on your way. But what does it mean to you in the big picture for you?
Man, I haven't had so much fun in my career. Doing the Big Three, getting a chance to hang out with my heroes, people like Clyde Drexler and the Iceman and Dr. J, and just seeing these guys still play. We're excited about the league. This is our second year. We just signed a deal with Adidas, so they're going to be presenting our combine this year, and they're going to, we're going to be doing all kind of activities in the communities with Adidas. So, man, it's been a dream come true on a lot of levels, and we still got a lot of work to do, but it's so much fun.
But would it mean as much to you as NWA's success or whatever movie success?
Oh, yeah. I'm in it to win it. I was a big, hip-hop fan, got into music and, was able to make noise in movies and now in sports. And, we plan to change the game. That's what we said we was going to do. I think 3-on-3 is so natural for a lot of us grew up playing it. More 3-on-3 than 5-on-5, actually, probably except this guy. But so to me, it was a natural step in progression to bring it to the pro level. I know FIBA been out there for a long time, but we feel like this is a pro game compared to what they're doing, which seems more of an amateur game. So we're happy to be here, and we happy to be in season 2. Happy to be partnering with Fox. Definitely happy to bring our draft lottery right here to Undisputed.
So, Clyde, did you see through the first year some of these bigger name players sitting back saying, I got to see if it works? And all of a sudden, they're all saying, I want to be a part of that.
Absolutely, Skip. What I see is guys who were hesitant. They didn't know what to expect. But like you said, Ice Cube has got the Midas touch. If he's involved, he's all in. I've never seen a guy work so hard at something. I mean, he's answering the phones every day. Every decision being made in the Big Three, Cube and Jeff are there. And so it's been a lot of fun as commissioner to see this happening. I was a coach last season, and we had so much fun because the guys compete. They made it fun. You're with guys you've known your whole life. And like Cube said, 3-on-3 is at the forefront, the very fundamental of where we came from. I hadn't had so much fun since I left the NBA.
And by the way, these games are now going to be live on this network?
Yes, Friday. You know, Friday is my day, so to be live Friday nights right here, you know, it's incredible. You know, a lot of people complained last year that we were, you know, taped. But, you know, I was like, well, people wasn't complaining about, you know.
NBA Finals used to be tape delayed.
Yeah, I mean,
absolutely.
You know, in 2016, people wasn't complaining about 3-on-3 basketball not coming on live. So we did make a big step by having people wanting our games that bad. So now we can step into the real arena with live sports, you know, and that's big time. You're not big time until you're live.
You said you had a draft. How do you determine who goes where and what team gets to pick first?
Well, you know, we had a draft lottery that we, you know, just had right here in the studio, which is great. The way it goes is Trilogy, they won the championship, so they have to keep their team intact. They truly have to defend. They don't get any draft picks. Now, our runner-up, which is Three-Headed Monsters, they get two options. They can send their whole draft team back to the pool, except the captains. The captains stay. Or they could keep their team but send one player back. That's what they chose, to send one player back. So they have one pick in the second round. But 3 through 8, if you finish 3rd or 8th and anywhere in between, your whole team goes back to the draft pool, except the captains. And you have to pick over, and you have to do it again.
Well, as you just mentioned, it's time to start unveiling the order for the Big Three draft, which will take place next here on FS1. And earlier this morning, Cube and Clyde picked the draft order in our studio, as Cube just said. So the two finalists from last year, Trilogy and the Three-Headed Monsters, do not have first-round draft picks. And today we will reveal picks 6 through 1. So the 6th pick in the 2018 Big Three draft goes to the Ghost Ballers.
Yes.
So, Cube, tell us about them.
Oh, man, Ghost Ballers, they had a good season last year. You know, they had, you got Mike Bibby on the squad, Ricky Davis. They're able to add a co-captain now. They added Big Baby Glenn Davis, you know, coached by the Iceman, George Gervin. So I think they need bigs. You know, they probably need a wing player, maybe a point guard to you know, to finish off the squad to really be competitive in the Big Three.
All right, let's go back to the wall. The 5th pick in the 2018 Big Three draft goes to Tri-State. Cube, tell us about Tri-State.
Oh, yeah, Tri-State, you know, they're coached by Dr. J. Their captain is Jermaine O'Neal. Bonzi Wells was a co-captain, but he had to step down from that. So they brought in Amari Stoudemire and Nate Robinson. So they got a
nice little squad.
They're going to be the favorites. They're going to be the favorites.
That's why did they just leap into favoritism here?
I think so. If they get some wing players, man, they're going to be tough to beat. Definitely tough to beat.
Well, right away, Julius Erving became a better coach.
No mercy.
LeBron added another milestone to his resume last week, breaking Michael Jordan's record of consecutive games scoring at least 10 points. LeBron officially got the record in the 3rd quarter of Friday's win, and he was honored with a standing ovation and a brief stoppage of play. He now has reached double figures in 868 straight games. So, Q, how close is LeBron to passing Jordan as the GOAT?
Not close at all to me.
Thank you.
I love LeBron. He's a great basketball player.
I can't tell you.
His numbers are amazing, but Michael Jordan's a superhero, and that's the difference to me. you know, LeBron's a basketball player, but Michael Jordan's a superhero. And it's just hard to beat 0 losses in the finals. It's just hard to beat that.
0, Shannon.
So,
0.
you know, he'll never surpass in my mind, my heart. And that's probably, you know, I have bias.
Okay.
You know, I do.
Glad you put that out there.
But also I have bias because, you know, I've seen the best. And that's just it.
That's just it. Game over, Shannon.
Nah, Clyde, go ahead and talk to him, Clyde.
Well, I played against Michael, and Michael was phenomenal. I mean, there's nothing I can say. I love the guy. Absolute great character.
Wait, is there a but to this?
No, there's no, but you know, you got to look at eras. Michael dominated his era. LeBron dominated his era. I'm one of those guys who don't like to compare eras. You just have to do what's in front of you. And look at LeBron's numbers, you look at Michael's numbers, they're very similar. LeBron, I think, he made it to the finals with a couple guys that we can't even remember. Michael had Hall of Famers playing with him. Think about that.
Well, how did LeBron dominate his era when he's 3-5 in the NBA Finals?
Again.
3-5? He's lost 5 finals.
But he's gone to 8 finals.
Hold on. See, but here's the thing, though. See, this is what Skip always does. No, you know, they didn't start just playing finals in 91.
Yeah.
Jordan came in 84. They were playing finals in the 80s, and he never went. Why?
Well, wait, it took him 7 years to break through. It took LeBron 9 years
Why?
to break through. Why, Shannon? Why?
Because LeBron was
7 to 9.
18 when he came in the league. He got to the finals at 23. Michael was a grown man at 28, 29 making it.
Well, they made him stay at Carolina.
They made him.
Yeah, they did.
LeBron was too good. They said, you got to go. So no college would accept LeBron James because he was too good to play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what happened in the 2011 finals? Explain that one to me.
I love how you take one moment. 2011.
One moment, it was 6 games.
Okay, so what? So what about 2012?
Huh?
What about
Wait,
2013?
you're changing the subject. You didn't explain 2011.
You see, but
wait a second. It was the biggest superstar meltdown we have ever witnessed on the big stage. He just shrank.
Well,
I don't
you
know
ain't
what
gonna talk
happened.
about
They're up 2-1, and he just melted.
In 81, when the Celtics won the championship, who was the Finals MVP? Larry Bird had 8 points, 2 games. We don't talk about that with you because they won. You see what you did there? This is a
You think
team.
Larry Bird shrank in that finals? Because I watched
What
it.
is 8 points?
Yeah.
What is 8 points? The dude was Rookie of the Year with 33 to 3
He was a
votes.
rookie. It was his first year in the league.
No, his second. So I'm just trying to figure out, Skip. He had 8 points in an NBA Finals game. Cornbread Maxwell, Cedric Cornbread Maxwell was the Finals MVP. When LeBron James' team win the final, is it even close? Who's the MVP? The man averaged a triple-double and took the L.
On mental toughness, I'll take Larry Bird over LeBron James any night.
Are we talking about LeBron James versus Cornbread Maxwell?
Yeah, that's
Or
all-
we talking about
yeah. That's
LeBron
all Shannon's
versus
got.
Jordan
So-
because
all he's got.
Jordan walked away with them MVP.
So let me ask you a question. So what happened from 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, and 90? Why wasn't Michael Jordan in the finals? Was he not in the NBA then?
Yeah, he was in the NBA.
So what happened? Why wasn't he there?
Wasn't good enough.
Whoa, what you mean he wasn't good? A superhero? What superhero get beat?
The team he was playing with wasn't
Oh,
good.
it's a joke.
I mean,
You see what he did?
listen.
You see what he
Now it's a team game.
Now it's a team game. That's
Well,
what I want
mean,
to get you to
look,
think you
well,
are good.
Listen. Jordan was always good enough.
Yeah.
He scored 63 points in a
he did.
playoff game.
Yes, he did.
And he
And took the
had,
collar.
I think he played with us for.
Yeah, he took the collar.
But still, when he got to it,
Yeah.
he did his thing.
Because what did he have? Team. Now, which guy that he played with, that LeBron has played with, is Dennis Rodman. Now, I need, you know what I need? I need Pat Riley, Phil Jackson, or Red Auerbach. I need one of them as my coach. So which one gonna coach LeBron?
I mean, you know, LeBron played with D. Wade. He played with Chris Bosh.
That'll work.
He played with some good people.
Oh,
And he won 2 championships with those guys.
oh, really? Oh, so Larry Bird played with Parrish, McHale, and
Larry-
Dennis Johnson.
You
Time
keep
out.
switching players, man. I can't keep up with you.
So, Shannon,
we talking about
you know-
Jordan or we talking about Bird?
How many of Michael's championships did Dennis Rodman have the MVP in the finals or Scottie Pippen MVP in the
None.
finals? None. He went 6 for 6 in the MVP. So was he not the best player on the
Yes,
floor?
but do
during
you
those
remember
finals?
the year that Michael Jordan left?
Yeah.
Scottie Pippen was a Hugh Hollins bone call away from getting the team back to the finals. They won 55 games the year after he left. Now, the greatest player on the planet walks away, and Scottie Pippen has them a blown call away from getting to the to the NBA Finals.
Well, hold on. They still had Phil Jackson, who actually Phil Jackson had one of the greatest offenses to ever play.
When
in the
LeBron
NBA.
when LeBron James left Cleveland to go to Miami, can you tell me what happened? Kyrie Irving, Andrew Wiggins, Anthony Bennett, Tristan Thompson, Deion Waiters. Okay, when he leaves Miami and goes back to Cleveland, can you tell him where the Miami Heat were? In the lottery.
So,
He shifts the balance of power.
so Shannon,
Yes.
help me out. 2013
Okay.
finals down the
Yeah.
stretch of Game 6. What happened? Last 3 minutes of that game.
You talking about when LeBron then won that game and took
I'm
it
talking
got your
about-
Spurs?
No, it wasn't LeBron and them. It was Ray Allen won
Don't
that
do
game.
that, Skip.
Well, I'm
Don't
doing
do-
it
don't
because
do
that's
that.
what happened.
You see that?
So-
Hold up. But didn't Jim Paxson hit shots for Michael?
Steve Kerr.
Yeah. Well,
That's what I'm talking about.
Clyde.
Clyde
Clyde Drexler.
I got some help with me now.
am I hearing some jealousy and resentment of Michael Jeffrey Jordan?
no,
I'm hearing
Skip.
some jealousy coming from
I
Clyde
feel
Drexler.
like I got to argue because I'm on Undisputed. But I love Michael, and I'm biased to the guys of my era. But I'm making a point for LeBron. He's every bit as good.
Well, see, the point was down the stretch of that game, LeBron had 3 shockingly uncharacteristic turnovers that all of a sudden put the Spurs in a commanding position. They're up 5 with 23 seconds left, and they miss Manu missed a free throw, Kawhi missed
But
a
you
free
know
throw.
what's cute?
Okay, but here's what happened. LeBron's got the shot to send it to overtime, the 3, and he LeBricks it off the back iron, and it bounds so far out that Bosch tracks it down. Tim Duncan's out of the game. Don't ask me to explain that one. And he kicks it to the corner, and Ray Allen hits the greatest clutch shot in the history of your league, the greatest ever. It's unquestioned.
no question.
And it saved the legacy of LeBron James, because that's another big L in the finals. It's over, man. You should have lost.
Hold on. But see, what Skip didn't tell you, that going into the fourth quarter, the Miami Heat were down. LeBron James scored 16 points. He assisted on another 6. So 22 of the 30 points, LeBron James had his hand stirring the pot.
Yeah, and then
but
what
what he
happened?
didn't tell you in overtime, who took that game over, Skip?
Not the Spurs, because they were dead in the water.
Okay, tell Q, because Q was busy on the shoot. He wasn't able to see Game 7.
He
Can
was
you tell
making
him?
a movie. That
Exactly. But see, the man had a triple-double. Think about this. LeBron James is the first guy to average a triple-double, and his team lost in 5 games. What more can he do?
So his team, wait a second, his team got blown off the floor by the San Antonio Spurs by a record NBA Finals margin. And he was the best player on the planet?
Average
How could
20
that happen, Clyde? I don't get it.
Yeah.
San Antonio's a good team, first of all. Give them credit.
Yeah.
Popovich has been incredible.
They did a job on your guys on Sunday, didn't
Sure did.
LeBron
The
everything.
thing about LeBron, he's been able to study out of the Michael Jordan handbook.
they? Yeah, he has.
Yeah.
He's been able to study out the Michael.
Stop.
That's
Followed
why
in
he's
the
wearing
footsteps.
23. He ain't wearing 23 because of
Thank
who
you.
wore 23 before Jordan? Nobody.
I don't
knows.
know.
But
We can't remember.
Maybe
he-
Elgin
he's
Bayless.
able to study, the man, and that makes him somewhat close enough to be the man. But
Maybe off the court.
Jordan is
Maybe
is,
off the court. The games are nothing
is the
like on the
master.
court. The game is nothing like each other's on the court. Because here's the thing, Michael is known as a scorer.
Michael do more with less.
Less than what?
Physical abilities.
Oh, I thought you I thought you were talking about talent. I thought you were talking about Michael.
I'd say Michael's 6'6", this dude's 6'9".
280.
No, don't do that. Don't do
No,
that.
but physical ability,
Yeah.
let me just tell you, Michael's an athlete.
Michael's
There's
an
nothing he
athlete.
couldn't do.
Michael's an athlete, but he's still doing more with less.
Yeah.
No, he's
Clyde, who
quicker.
would win a one-on-one matchup between Michael Jordan and LeBron James?
Ooh, that'd be real close. It'd be hard for either one of them to stop the other one. LeBron's stronger, Michael's much quicker.
Back him down.
Much quicker.
Back him down.
It's all about
Back him down.
I'm going to have to go with Michael because Michael knows how to score. He's a lights-out
Plus,
scorer.
He would trash talk LeBron into oblivion. He would get in his head and
Nobody get in
destroy
LeBron's
him.
head.
He would destroy
Ask Draymond
him.
what happened when you try to get in his head.
Yeah.
41, 27, 10, and 11.
Oh, I thought what happened was
3-1 down.
called the commissioner.
That's what happened. That wasn't the cue. When you trash talk LeBron. 41, 11, and 8.
Draymond,
41.
wait a second.
What?
Draymond called him the B word? What superstar ever gets called the B word during a basketball game?
And you know what? LeBron
Anybody
said,
ever called
LeBron said,
Michael?
I ain't going to put these hands on you. I'm just going to drop this 41 on you. I'm going to let you tell your kids about how the time LeBron came from 3-1 down. Because that's what they going to remember. Ain't nobody going to say nothing about that little B, that inside that B word. 3-1? You won 73 regular season games, Q, and LeBron tracked you down.
Yeah, thanks.
That's legendary. That's legendary.
Track them down, Q. You know it. Tell the story. If you gonna tell the story, tell the whole story, Q.
If LeBron was public enemy, you'd be Flavor Flav. I'm telling you.
That
Lord
is
have
true.
mercy.
Touche. Lord have mercy is right.
Truer words have never been spoken.
Y'all be trying to hate. Skip, you and Cube, you don't come up here and hating on LeBron. Y'all
I ain't
know
hating. I
LeBron be
love
giving
LeBron, man.
Truth telling.
I love
I
LeBron.
love
Giving
LeBron
folk the
too.
business.
I love it.
But you got, a couple people ahead of him.
No, ain't no couple. Couple of who? You better not. You better not mention
Kobe.
nobody.
Kobe,
Bean,
Bryant.
If Cube, if you don't stop playing,
You don't stop playing.
you know good and well
What?
who Kobe made better. Besides Kobe.
He made
What are you
Kobe
talking
better.
about? He made the whole Lakers better.
I love Shaq.
No, Shaq did. You know Big Shaq.
Okay.
Let me ask you a question. If LeBron James were with Shaq in his prime, how many championships they win?
Who knows? They
You
probably
know.
wouldn't have stayed together.
You know, they'd have stayed together. You know, see,
They probably wouldn't have stayed
they'd
together.
have stayed together. Because LeBron will work it out. LeBron tried to work it out with Kyrie. He said, whatever you do, just bring him to camp. Whatever he say the problem is, I'll change.
And you know what Kyrie said? I am sick and tired of putting up with all
I don't
his
think
diva
Kyrie
stuff.
ever wanted LeBron back
Yeah.
in Cleveland.
He
What
won
does
that
that tell
championship
you?
because he wasn't going to get it without him.
Yeah.
He wasn't going to get it without him. Now, look, you can have a #1 selling album by singing the hook on my album, or you try to go by yourself and they'll never buy your album. What you going to do, Cube?
I mean, that's what they told me when I left NWA. But
Look what
look
happened.
look where I am.
But you were doing the writing. But you were doing the writing.
Not all the writing.
Most of it.
Well, Kyrie is a phenomenal player. I love Uncle Drew. But y'all know we wasn't talking about him until LeBron went back.
Wait a second. Who hit the shot in Game 7 that year?
That chase down block. You
No,
remember that?
no,
Where
no,
were you
don't
when
change the
where you-
subject.
Where were you?
was
You remember that
Kyrie.
block, don't you, Q?
I
was
remember
looking
it
at-
off the
I
backboard.
think I was looking at Kobe on my
Don't do that.
my
Q,
social
Q.
media.
Okay, look, Kobe got an Oscar. We're going to put that to the side. We talking about basketball. Pin the shot to the backboard.
Put
Where
the
did he come
rings
from?
down.
Where did he come from? Which one you make, MVP?
Wait. He came
No, we're
from
talking about
okay.
came from
championship.
behind J.R. Smith, who cut off Iguodala at the
Don't do
pass.
that, Skip.
And Iguodala had to hesitate and go up, and then
What do you have
like
to
the
take for
easiest
just dunk
block
it?
in history.
I mean, LeBron would have just dunked it on him, like LeBron dunking on everybody in year 15. Dunking on everybody.
That's
body
phenomenal.
bag Nurkic.
That is
Body
phenomenal.
bag Jason Terry. Body bagging everybody.
Wait, are we talking about the same LeBron who got blocked by Dwayne Wade twice in a game?
Man,
Dwayne
Kelly
Wade's
Olynyk-
like 43 years
Kelly
old.
Olynyk cut him off at the pass. You saw that.
Oh, so that's
how-
built.
Yeah,
That's
you
a
wanna-
bicycle built for two, but the other one isn't.
But, I mean, that's a regular season. That was a game on a Tuesday night. We're talking about Game 7,
I
NBA Finals on a Sunday. They let church out early so they could see what LeBron was going to do. Let them out early. Put that 27, 11, and 10 on you.
Yeah. I'd love to see
On the road.
LeBron versus the Rockets in the finals. It'd be devastation.
LeBron
LeBron
go-
would get torched, man.
LeBron gonna do what LeBron gonna do. Y'all just handle y'all end of the deal, and LeBron gonna take care of this over here in the East.
Well, that's really tough to take care of the
Wow,
East.
what? You know why? Hey, look here. Everybody say the jungle is when the lion comes through, it ain't fair. He the biggest, the meanest thing around. He just happened to reside in the East. If he went to the West, he gonna swing the pendulum of power
In
over
the
there.
East, it's nothing but
I
gazelles.
was already over there.
If LeBron James goes to the San Antonio Spurs and Kawhi's right, I guarantee you the favorite bravado would have the Spurs as favorites.
If he
LeBron went
right
to
away.
the West with San Antonio.
Well,
Right away.
yeah, with
Okay.
Kawhi healthy.
Swing the pendulum of power. That's what he does, Cube.
Well, wait a second. The Spurs might be the favorite with Kawhi healthy, period. They don't
Stop
need
playing.
LeBron.
You too big for this, Skip. Now, you know they're going to be
What?
playing over Golden State or the Rockets.
They were ahead by
Kawhi-
23 in the third quarter at Golden State last year.
Kawhi got a place in Manhattan right now, propped up. He ain't trying to play for y'all this year.
Well, that's a fact.
If y'all don't offer him $219, he leaving.
He quit on us.
Oh, stop playing.
Well, he did.
The man quad hurt.
Quit.
But I tell you, my guy don't ever get hurt.
You're right about that.
Every year.
That's the only good point you've made in this whole discussion.
80,
Yeah.
77 games, Cube.
I hear
Career high in rebounds, career high in assists.
But we
Where
know
they-
why.
Where they on that vibranium?
Are you talking about regular season?
I'll talk about it. You better look at the play. You check his resume in the playoffs.
I barely pay attention to regular season.
So you look forward to
barely
seeing
pay
Right.
attention to regular season.
There you
You
go.
must be, you know what, Q? You don't watch the playoffs, you like, this thing on repeat. Because how is LeBron in the finals again? One,
year.
With an
2,
L.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Wait. East. He should win the East. There's nobody over there.
Don't do that, Skip.
Who? Watch what happens tonight. Toronto's going to Cleveland. Watch what happens. It'll be a wipeout.
It's a big deal. Magic went to 9 finals.
In the West with Denver Nuggets.
Oh, please.
Oh, you know we're talking about that. The Dallas Mavericks, Sacramento Kings, LA Clippers. I know Seattle Supersonics. Oh, I'm a little older than you, Q, so I remember.
I remember too.
So Clyde ain't
Went to
said
9
nothing.
finals.
Clyde ain't said nothing.
Wait.
Because he
He
know
makes
I'm
a good
telling the truth.
argument. He makes a good argument.
He makes a terrible argument.
They went to 9.
Listen,
they had
man.
5 number 1 picks on their team.
Hall of Fame. Oh, Kareem. What you gonna do with Kareem? Michael Thompson, James Worthy, Bob McAdoo, Jamal Wilkes, Magic Johnson.
Michael
Win
Cooper.
rings with him. That's what you're going to do with him. Win rings
Byron
with him.
Scott.
Exactly. But you played in the West now. Who did Dallas Mavericks have? Or the Supersonics? Or the Clippers or the Kings?
Did you mention the Spurs? Ask who they had.
Oh.
In the early 80s, they had
Back then,
nobody. That's how they got David Robinson.
Oh, they were pretty good. Rockets.
Stop
were
it.
pretty good.
Stop playing.
Huh?
They weren't in.
Well, the Beasts were in the East in that
Well,
period.
they had Iceman.
But Ice had graduated from the ABA. So that little stretch in there with Magic, come on, Skip. Now if you're gonna tell the story, and you got Cube up here co-signing this foolishness up here. No, good and well, the West was weak.
Okay.
The powerhouses were in the East.
So the
Right.
degree
Why
of
did
wait a
the
second.
West win so many rings?
Wait a second. You just
What are you
unmade
talking
your
about?
Jordan case
What?
because you say, why did it take Michael Jordan so long? Because all the Beasts were in the East.
It
They're all.
It wasn't but 2 beasts.
It was the
The
bad
Sixers.
boy Pistons.
Well, you had
it was
Sixers,
Celtics.
Boston, the Sixers,
And
the
Detroit.
But hold on. Detroit was like the later 80s. In the early 80s, it was Boston and the 76ers.
Oh, Detroit was pretty good.
No.
Yeah,
It wasn't until the late 80s. The late 80s. Early 80s, it was the Sixers, Dr. J, Moses Malone, all those Mo Cheeks, Bobby Jones, and all them.
Tony.
And then you had the big three Celtics. But
Yep.
then they got Dennis. They had Nate Archibald first. They won the championship in '81 with him. Now he was the first guy to lead the league.
Well,
in
Larry
scoring
Bird
assists.
was there.
Cube, y'all better.
What you talking about?
You up there talking about the West. Oh, Mike Magic went to 9 in 12 years.
9.
Yeah, in 12 years,
Yeah.
playing in the West.
Well, just the same.
I could have made Sacramento and LA back then.
Please.
Came off the bench with the Supersonics.
You were describing the East for LeBron. That's what it has been.
Yeah, you don't want to talk about that old cute.
Yeah, the East is a cakewalk.
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 What you think the West was back then?
Please, man. come
You
on
know.
now.
Can you name somebody on the Denver Nuggets back then?
Yeah.
Oh, Fat Lieber, I help you out.
Alex English.
Bill
Keith
Kendrick.
Van Der
Kiki
Weyck.
Van Der Weyck.
Kelly Chapuka. When nobody played any defense, they was
Alex
scoring 180
English.
points.
Alex
there
English
you
was
go.
a beast.
He's
Phoenix
a beast.
Suns.
Was a beast.
What about Phoenix? Oh, Phoenix was loaded back then, huh?
Oh yeah, they was loaded.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Oh, Shannon.
Y'all
We're gonna
need
get
to-
you a clock.
Shannon's
A little
right.
clock with undisputed
Yeah.
in the middle of it.
Yeah.
LeBron.
Favorite flag.
Watch him tonight.
All I know is you're not getting back in that Jordan party.
Oh, I'm
next
going.
year,
I'm
so-
going to Charlotte. We going to Charlotte.
Yeah.
Your
Start
argument's
working on
making
that.
him laugh. You
No,
see that?
he know he's laughing.
laughing.
Triple dub. He on a date. You know, since
right.
the All-Star game, he been having a triple dub. He loved me triple dub.
You see, he got his hero's number on his chest. That's his. He's got his hero's number on his chest.
That's respect.
I just let you know who's the best.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, you don't see Jordan ain't wearing LeBron. now. LeBron wearing
There
Jordan.
you go.
He old.
Yeah.
I mean,
All morning
young man.
long, we're revealing the big 3 draft order. The draft is next Thursday here on FS1. So let's go back to the wall. The 6th pick went to Ghost Ballers. The 5th pick went to Tri-State. And the 4th pick in the 2018 Big 3 draft goes to Power. Cube, tell us about them.
Power, great team. Used to be coached by my man Clyde Drexler. But now we have Nancy Lieberman,
Oh,
which is great because first female coach of a pro team, head coach, so to speak. So congratulations to her. But they got a great squad. Corey Maggetti's coming back. He was injured last year. They got Big Baby Davis and Katino Mobley. So I think bigs, point guards is what they should be really looking for out of this draft.
All right, let's go back to the wall. The 3rd pick in the 2018 Big 3 draft goes to the Killer Threes. Cube, tell us about them.
Oh, yeah, killer threes. You know, they had a very disappointing season last year.
To say the least.
You know, people had picked them to be the favorites to win the whole thing. But I think Chauncey and Steven Jackson are motivated. They've added Meta World Peace, who's going to play under Ron Artest. So you got Steven Jackson and Ron Artest back together. You know what I mean? You know, watch out, Detroit.
And they're coached by Charles Oakley?
Yeah. So
they're going to be good.
I think, you know, if they get size, they still need to battle in the paint because, you know, Al Harrington is out there. You know, you got the three-headed monsters. They're big in the paint. So size, wing player, maybe a point guard, and they'll do what they're supposed to do.
And the second pick in the 2018 Big Three draft goes to Three's Company. Cube, tell us about them.
Three's Company, they had Allen Iverson as a co-captain last year. He's going to just coach this year, so we don't have to worry about that. But they got DeMar Johnson, Baron Davis, Drew Gooden. So I think they need to add, you know, more bigs. You know, the 3-on-3 game, you'll get killed in the paint if you don't have your bigs right. You need a wing, maybe another point guard. I think they'll be all right.
Man, you helping them out. You ain't supposed to be helping them how to draft.
I'm just telling you, I'm doing the analyzation.
No one knows better than Cube.
He's absolutely right. He's absolutely
need,
right.
baby.
Yes, let's go back to the wall. There's only one team left. And the first pick in the draft goes to Ball Hogs.
Ball Hogs. Here we
Cube,
go.
tell us about them.
Well, Ball Hogs, they didn't have a good season last year, so I'm pretty sure they're glad they got the first pick. Brian Scalabrine, Josh Childress. They're still waiting to get their third co-captain. He's still recruiting a couple guys, but I think they need to go big. You know, still somebody need to help Brian in the middle, and they need a point guard and maybe another wing player. So
Legendary coach Rick Barry.
yes,
Yeah.
They need a
That's
lot.
about all they got. Yeah. Maybe Rick could still. Can he play?
He's a little bit too old.
throw some free throws up.
Yeah.
Oh, he could do some free
Throws down.
Yep.
That is your Big Three draft order. The draft is next Thursday, April 12th, right here on FS1.
No mercy.
Villanova overcame a slow start to blow out Michigan last night for their second national championship in 3 years. Dante DiVincenzo was the hero, scoring 31 points off the bench to capture the Most Outstanding Player award. His 31 were the most points ever scored off the bench in a title game. And Jay Wright's team capped off a dominant tournament, winning every game by double digits. Let's take a listen to the Wildcats after the win.
I just have the best job in the country. You know, I'm in my hometown, my wife's alma mater, my favorite team growing up. And I got a great president, great AD, Father Peter and Mark Jackson. I just love going to work every day, you know, and our guys graduate. You see these kids are great kids to coach. As a coach, there's just nothing better.
I did not think that I was going to have this kind of night because every night I come into the game, I just try to bring energy. And if we get off to a good start, I try to take that energy to a new level. I try to defend, and I try to rebound to best of my ability and just trying to get it going. And like I said, these guys did a great job of just finding me, and I found myself in the rhythm.
Shannon, what's your biggest takeaway from last night's game?
Well, my takeaway from Jay Wright's comments, I'm in line for a raise or I'm going to the NBA. Villanova board of trustees.
Yep. No, that's true. But they're not exactly a one-and-done school.
No,
right?
no. Skip, that performance last night, and I go back a long way. You go back even further. But that might be one of the, that I've seen with my own two eyes, that's one of the top 5 individual performances that I've seen.
Individual or team?
Individual.
Oh, okay.
Dante DiVincenzo,
Yeah.
I call him Billy Hoyle. Remember the character for White Men Can't Jump?
Do I? Yeah.
Skip, he was special last night.
Yeah.
They were down 7 when he came into the ball game. And then over the next stretch, they go on a 34-12 run, and they never look back. And every time Michigan was try to do something, he would snuff it out.
Yep.
He not only, I mean, you can just look at the 31 points, but he rebounded the ball. Skip, that block, that two-handed block on a dunk, you won't find a better college play all year.
Agreed.
You might have to go back some years to find a better college play on the defensive end.
Agreed.
Skip, he got range. How do you guard him? And I was listening to John B. Like, the only time I heard, because I wanted to hear what the coach said. He said, even if we had played our best, the way he was playing last night, I don't know if we could have beat him. because he had range. He comes in right off the bench, Skip, and he pulls up from 23 and he swishes. Okay, you hug up on him. He can go by you with either hand and finish at the rim. Tremendous handle. He was passing the ball. He was rebounding. What surprised me most of all is that this is a very small team because I don't think they got a guy over 6'8" or 6'9", and they killed Michigan on the boards.
Wagner just play harder.
Wagner was going to have a 30-20 game for them to have a chance, and they was going to have to knock down some of those threes. But every time Michigan got close, this young man would go and say, nah, not tonight, guys. This is my moment. If you go back and you look at, he's the only guy since, Glenn Rice, a 30-point performance in the championship game with 5 3-pointers. That reminds you of that game, what Danny Manning did, Danny and the Miracles in '88 to Oklahoma. That was that kind of performance. Magic Johnson in '79.
Or go back to Bill Walton.
Nobody's going to do that 21 for 22 against Memphis. No. But I don't remember that, Skip. I just see old highlights of that. But what I've been able to see since 1979, that's a top 5 performance. And to see this, but guess what, Skip? Only one freshman for Villanova, that's Spellman. This young man, a redshirt sophomore. Brunson, a redshirt junior. All those guys are upperclassmen, been there, done that, battle tested. I'm not saying this is the only way, but there's a reason why they were able to withstand. It doesn't matter. 10 points, when you win all your tournament games by double figures, oh, you the real deal.
I am so with you on this. Nova does not win that basketball game because, remember, Michigan got off to a strong start.
Had no answer for Wagner.
Nova does not win that basketball game unless Dante DiVincenzo comes off the bench firing and just lights them up. And they go on a 23-7 run to the end of the half, and he scores 12 of the 23 points. So he scores more than half of their points. And he wasn't just bombing threes. He's getting to the rack, and he's blocking shots, chase down breaks with both hands. And it's changing the game because it's just ripping the heart out of a Michigan team that looked like it was game from the start. And when it ended, and I've watched Nova, 4 or 5 times this year, I sat back and thought, who always catches my eye every time I turn on a Villanova game is this kid. And I thought, why doesn't he get any draft buzz? Why? Seriously, I'm serious about this. Why isn't anybody talking about Dante DiVincenzo as a potential lottery pick? And there's one reason and only one reason. He's white. It's as simple as that.
Billy Hall.
He's not black.
No.
And again, I'm not saying this is wrong or bad. It's just It's just a fact because we have been conditioned by history to know that if you project American white kids to pro basketball at those two, at either, if you want to call him a point guard or a combo guard, he's got a lot of two guard in him.
Because he got good handles.
He's got handles, and he can pass it, and he can leap now. He's got some hops. I'm not saying he jumps out of the gym, but he's got reasonable hops. And he's got skills, all kinds of skills. So to me, if you look at what's going on right now in the NBA, if you look at shooting guard position, help me out, because I looked hard this morning. I can't find one. I'm talking American kids, not foreign, not the Euro kids, but American white kids at shooting guard in the NBA right now, or point guard. Help me out.
JJ
Redick. He is the only starter white American kid. He's not a kid anymore. At shooting guard. He is the only one. And then you start scouring, and you see Joe Harris. He lit up your Cavs the other night. He's a 6'6" shooting guard, but he's a backup for the Nets. He's got a black parent, so I'm going to disqualify him.
Oh, my bad.
So his father's black. But anyway, I got it. He's light-skinned. Okay, then look at that little T.J. McConnell. He's the backup point guard for the Sixers, averaging 4 assists. But he is a point guard. And then Luke Kennard got drafted out of Duke last year, and he's
almost 6'9", 6'10".
No, he's not. No.
How tall is he?
He's like 6'6" or so. But he's a shooting. His position shooting guard. So he's averaging 7 points.
But Luke can't handle the ball like this.
Not like this.
J.J. Redick couldn't handle the ball.
No.
Now J.J. Redick had the range, but J.J. Redick wasn't finishing.
Like
he wasn't finishing at the rim like this kid.
And he can't jump like this.
That's the elephant in the room.
Yeah, and
Let's be real about
then the other players, Kyle Korver, and I don't even know what position you call. He's 6'7", and he's just a spot-up shooter, but he has no handle that I can see.
He don't really have a position.
Right?
No.
So you don't even call him a shooting guard, do you?
No.
Okay, so that's it. That's the whole scope of American white kids who've come to the NBA, or players, and made it at shooting guard or point guard. So I think it's Dante DiVincenzo actually gets discounted just because he looks like he's the son of Michael Rappaport. That's what he looks like to me. Doesn't he look like Michael Rappaport?
They called him the Michael Jordan of Delaware.
I know.
And if he'd have been,
but it's almost like derisive. It's almost like sarcastic.
Like Delaware, do they play basketball in Delaware?
So. Wilmington does. Yeah.
I'm looking at it, I'm in amazement.
Yeah.
Because I've never seen anything like this. I've never seen. Okay, Jimmy Fredette could shoot the ball. J.J. Redick could shoot the ball. They couldn't put the ball on the floor like this kid. They couldn't handle the ball like this kid. They couldn't rebound the ball. This dude is challenging a 6'6" guy at the rim that's going to throw it down, and who knows how the reaction. The crowd goes wild. They get back in the game. You're like, no. For him, it lets you know what he's made of.
Okay.
Because a lot of people wouldn't challenge that. But he challenged the dunk with both hands.
Both hands. And got both hands on the ball. It was pretty now.
I said, Obi was just doing it to Michigan. Oh, man. And like he told Sid, I've hustled better players than you, Sid. That's what Billy Hole told him in the movie. Skip. I don't know what, and what's the scouting report on him? Okay, guard him. Okay,
well, the first scouting report is he doesn't even start.
Yeah.
That's why he gets discounted. He comes off the bench.
Right, and he has had, he's had one 30-point game this season.
Yeah.
But a 30-point game against Butler is one thing. 30 points in the national championship game when all the chips are to the center of the table is something entirely different. And for him to come away with that performance.
Okay, so this is just me, and I'm a University of Oklahoma fan, both football and basketball, but
like him?
Trae Young, I've been watching Trae Young all year. I got to tell you, every time I watch this kid, I see more NBA ability in Dante DiVincenzo than I see in Trae Young.
Yeah.
Trae Young's a willowy 6'2". This kid's 6'5" now. He's 6'5". Trae Young 6'2" and has a hard time finishing. Does this kid have a hard time finishing? He does not.
Either hand.
Right? He's explosive.
Yeah.
He looks like he's got some strength. He's older because he's a third year, as you say. He broke his foot when he was a freshman.
Yes.
But let's look at Colin Sexton. I watched him, 4 or 5 times. I watched him against these guys.
Yes.
This kid's better than Colin Sexton. I know Colin Sexton's only 19, but I saw more from him. And that Gilgeous-Alexander who plays for Kentucky, I do like him. He's a Canadian kid, but he's long. He's got like 7-foot wingspan.
Right.
And I like him at 6'6". But those are the 3 lottery picks at sort of point guard, shooting guard.
Right.
Okay?
Trae Young, I don't know what Trae Young's going to be. But if you just take ability for ability, Trae Young can't touch this kid.
He can't.
He can't
touch him. Think of what you're just saying.
He can't.
Because for much of the year, Trae Young was the runaway player of the year.
Think about Skip. They fed him coming down the lane. He doesn't lay it up. He stuffs it.
Slammed it. Nasty slammed it.
I'm like, y'all better get him.
Yeah.
It's too late. Did him in. Dante, the Inferno, DiVincenzo.
Yep.
Cook
he
him.
is.
They let Opie cook him. They let him cook him.
and as you know, it's not that easy to come off the bench cold into a national championship game and just say, flip that switch. And he just he gets the ball in his hands the first shot. He just says, I'm up.
And he just elevates. And the thing is, Skip, but what they do with him is that they bring him in at the first time out.
They do.
And he plays the rest of the first quarter.
He does.
I mean, the first half.
He plays starter minutes.
Yeah, right. So when you look at it like it's a 40-minute ball game, and you look at it, and he's played 35 minutes. You're like, but he's a role player. But I don't really know how. Last night when he got it going like that, and he can raise up from 23, and if you hug up on him, he can go by you. I don't really know what you do. And like Coach Beeline said from Michigan, even if we play our best game, I don't know if we beat him because of him doing what he's doing at that point in time. Maybe it's close. It's not a 19-point game, Skip, but I don't see how Michigan wins that game with the way he's played.
No, there's no way. So Trae Young's got a little like push set shot that he shoots kind of from the floor, and he's got a quick release, but he can shoot it from 30 feet. This kid is rising.
He is elevated.
He's going up and shooting it at an apex. It's hard. One time they had 2 Michigan kids on him, and he just went right up between them and shot it untouched, unscathed.
And think about the player of the year, Brunson, had a horrible game. He made his first 2 shots, and then he just missed like everything since.
He just plays hard,
yeah.
man.
The player of the year, and they beat you by 19.
Yeah.
He plays any type of ball game.
Yep.
And they got everybody can come back. Now, I believe probably Brunson and Bridges, I think they're probably going to go pro. But Spellman is the only freshman. I don't know Dante. you might need to think about it in the NBA. I know.
Yeah, so they're asking Jay right after the game, is he going to start next year? And I'm saying, who cares if he's going to start? Is he going to declare? That's what I want to know.
Oh, if I'm Jay Wright, I'm saying start for who?
Yeah.
Some NBA team. He won't be starting for me. I mean, I'd love to have him back, but I recommend that he goes.
Hey, seriously, you don't think he could come off the bench for an NBA team?
Yeah, absolutely.
As the 6th or 7th man, the leader of the second unit, and change the game?
Yes, absolutely.
No mercy.
Next up, Tiger Woods is back at Augusta playing in his first Masters since 2015, and according to Fred Couples, Tiger is officially back. He played a practice round yesterday with Couples and Justin Thomas, and Couples said Tiger looks exactly like he did 10 years ago. Couples dismissed any fears about Tiger's back issues and gushed about his distance off the tee. Tiger has finished in the top 5 in his last 2 tournaments, and Bovada gives him the 5th best odds to win the Masters. Hype is back. Shannon, how much of a shot
I can't wait to hear what you have to say about
Well, they got me, Joy. I'm buying it.
They got you?
Hey, I'm drinking the
Wow.
I'm drinking.
You're drinking that green Kool-Aid now?
He got me, Skip. He got me. He told me that. That's all I needed.
Wow.
Okay, for me, Tiger, his biggest problem over the last couple of years, Tiger really never played back-to-back tournaments. And when he would play a tournament, Skip, well, he couldn't practice Monday, Tuesday. He'd have to take the week off because of his back. And then he'd play a tournament, Skip, and every time he's like, oh, every time he swings, especially like drive, oh, he's on his knees. Oh, he's grabbing his back.
Yep.
Now he plays back-to-back tournaments. Now he's able to go home and practice throughout the course of the week.
Yep.
And this place means more to Tiger than any other tournament, because of what it meant for him to win his first major there and his dad to see him do it.
That is
so
correct.
He will be ready to play. You know what? Tiger top 5, or I got him top 5. He might. All I want him to do is.
I think you say you think
if
he's pull it off.
If he's 1 to 2 strokes behind, come Sunday, Tiger chasing him down. You're gonna hear a roar from them tall pines in Augusta.
They'd be shaking.
You will hear from L.A. It'll do it. If Tiger Woods, Skip, is in contention on Sunday, and the back 9, can you imagine?
No. The world would will him to winning.
Yes.
No athlete in sports is more rooted for right now, even after the scandal he went through. I've never seen anything like this, but the whole world is trying to will Tiger Woods back to another green jacket, which would be only his 5th, when Nicklaus and Palmer thought once upon a time he'd win 10 or 12.
Yes.
And he hasn't won at Augusta National since 2005, so it's been 13 years since he won a Masters. It's been 10 years almost since he won a major of any kind, and it's been 5 years since he won a tournament of any kind. Are you kidding me? And now we're sitting here talking about Tiger Woods winning at Augusta National, but we are because I want to. I want to see it. My heart is yelling, yes. Go. 4. My heart's yelling, 4. Here comes Tiger, right? And my head is yelling, no way. Like, no way. Like, I look at this and I say, how could he do this? How could you come from nowhere? How could you come from your DUI arrest that was just so sad?
Man.
It was just so sad. It was less than a year ago.
Right.
2 years, 3 years ago, I guess, he had the chip yips where you got demons like you're so messed up you can't even chip the ball off the ground. You can't get it up off the ground. Seriously? And even now, after all these years, Tiger Woods, even in his 9 holes he played with Freddie Couples yesterday, he still can't find the fairway consistently with his driver, but it does not matter. He does have his swing, the club head speed back, and so he's got his distance back. So I look at the competition. Rory McIlroy just won in a dominating fashion, and he looks like he's poised to win another major.
Shot 64 on the final day, right? To win that tournament.
He just ran away with it. Justin Thomas is on another level from everybody right now. And I look down the list, I say, wait a second. Bubba Watson has won 2 green jackets since Tiger won his last one, and Bubba's already won twice this year. You don't think he's poised to break through? And Jordan Spieth's still the betting favorite, so are you going to bet?
And you can never count out Phil at this tournament.
You know what? Phil broke through at age 47 and won that WGA event 3 weeks ago, I guess now. So he won at 47, and then yet we saw Ian Poulter this past Sunday win at 42 for the first time in 6 years. So I keep thinking, well, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, they keep going 36, 39, 40, 43, 47. So Tiger, That's right in his wheelhouse, Skip.
Yep.
And plus, he got a little drama brewing in his life again, Joy. You know, got a little drama brewing. And Tiger back to being his old self. He back to Tiger for real. He on the prowl late at night.
You know what?
That's what I wanted. That's what I wanted.
You say that tongue-in-cheek, but I think there's some...
Yeah!
I think there's something to what you're saying.
Yeah, she thought she was Miss Right. She happened to be Miss Right now. That was 2015. Tiger back this old way. I got Tiger. I'm going to lay me some money down in Vegas. I got Tiger. Tiger going to win this thing here. Yes, Joy. Tiger back to Prowley.
By the way, so he broke up with his ex of 2 years.
2 years ago.
But she was with him from 2015 to 2017.
Okay.
And now she's got issues with the non-disclosure she signed that she wants to disclose. Because I assume she wants to write a book or do 60 Minutes, right?
You know,
I mean, Tiger's hot right now. Tiger's back.
You see, and that's the thing, though, Skip. Now you don't got the money.
Yep.
Now you said, I'm fine. I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to say anything. Look, go away. Why did you, if you wanted to talk?
Are we sure this won't distract Tiger?
Ain't gonna know Tiger back to his old ways. Tiger done moved on.
Because she claimed he cheated, and that's why they broke up. Okay. So. Well.
He ain't, wow.
So?
Oh my goodness. You mean to tell me people? So if 50% of the people that get married it ends in divorce, and not all of it's financial, so Tiger Woods is the only man that's ever cheated, or the only golfer that's ever cheated. No. Is that what we're trying to get at here?
What I don't know is his kids became such a big thing to him, and I forget how old they are now, but they're up there where they're going to know, they're going to see this on the internet.
Okay.
Okay, so is that going to distract Tiger because he's got to worry about what his kids think about all this stuff going on?
Look, hey, Charlie, Sam, your dad was not the perfect man.
He was not.
I tried to be the best father I could.
Yep.
I was a much better father than I was a husband.
Yep.
And for that, I apologize. But I never stopped loving you. I'm going to go ahead and win this tournament here.
Okay.
That's what I'm about to do.
Well, that's exactly, I'm pretty sure that's how he would position this.
Yeah, and you,
right?
she want to release she want to out of her non-disclosure.
Yeah.
She probably done spend up that money that he gave her to keep quiet.
Maybe.
I ain't giving up nothing.
Yeah. Well.
Tell I snort that, I don't care. And I sleep in a suit. I don't care. I ain't giving up no money, Skip.
Would you watch her on 60 Minutes?
No.
Yes, you would.
No, I would not. I'm going to say, Tiger. Oh, because I know Tiger, he had something else. Had something brewing all along, Joey. He back at Perkins, had the hot cakes and them, the bacon.
I'm staying out of this one.
Come on, Joey. Come on. Tiger.
No.
You know what? I'm with you, though.
You are not dragging me into this one.
Tiger ain't purring. He's
luck,
roaring.
Tiger.
I hope you're right about this. I do. I hope this is it.
It is.
This would be the biggest story in sports in a. You know what? You could argue it'd be the biggest story since he broke through in 1997,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
For him to win this week after all he's been through.
Full circle.
Whew.
Yeah, because people, you know what, Skip? Like you said, people want him to win.
Yeah.
They're like, we beat him down enough. We've taken him as far as he can go to the depth that he can go.
That is true.
Now we ready to put him back up.
That is true. Yep.
Come on, Tiger.
No mercy.
Thanks for listening to the Undisputed Podcast. I'm Joy Taylor. We're back at the same time tomorrow morning, 9:30 Eastern. We'll see you then.
Fox Sports 1 of 1.